feel good about where our team is right now. The guys are playing hard. We've gotten better on both ends of the floor. Our bench is getting stronger. Our starters playing at a level we expected them to play at. We're distributing the ball. We're passing the ball better. We're not turning the ball over like we did earlier in the season. And just playing good basketball as a team. We're excited for the opportunity.
All right, we'll take your questions just for the three student athletes. If you'll raise your hand, and we'll get a floor microphone to you. So hands up. Questions for the student athletes. Let's start in the back left.
This is really for any one of the players, student athletes, excuse me. Just your confidence level going into this tournament with the way you finished the season, having won 8 of 9, just going in.
Just want any one of them?
Anyone.
All right. Anybody want to take that one?
I think our confidence level is really good right now as a team. Like Coach Martin said, I think we're playing really well together, and I just think we're playing for one another right now. So it's our confidence level is pretty high.
Okay, hands up. Other questions? Let's go to the front.
For Jarnell, you had a great move on that reverse layup in the second half against Missouri on Saturday. Just how much have you worked on that move throughout the year?
I work on moves like that all the time with our coaches and in my free time. I think I'm very skilled with my back to the basket. I feel like that wasn't just a power move, that was more of a finesse type move, so I've also been working on those too.
And for any of you guys, just how could the experience of last year being on the bubble help you this week?
Is that for any one of them? Okay, Jordan, you want to take that one?
I just feel like we know what we got to do now. I feel like last year we wasn't really sure about how many games we had to win, so now we're just in here with our mind at ease, just trying to play as hard as we can, win as many games as possible.
I think he's a good player, and he was my vote, actually, because you got to give credit where it's due. A lot of times, I'm always big on the fact that, teams win championships, you put those teams up top. I just think that's the way it is, an older guy, those sorts of things. But when you talk about a guy, when you say MVP, you're talking about a guy of value to a team, what he brings to a table, but also a talent level. So he was my pick for those reasons, and I thought he did a good job with that, even though his team didn't finish in the top 2, 3, or 4. But I thought what he brought to the table as a player and how he made his other guys around him better, that's the reason why I voted for him.
Hands up. Other questions? All right, go ahead.
Cuonzo, going back to Missouri State in 2011 and last year, do those experiences show you that you can't leave it in the committee's hands and you have to take care of business this week?
Well, I think that's always the case. You have to do your job, put yourself in position, but I also think that the SEC doesn't get the credit it deserves as a league. You're talking about a league of this caliber, this level of talent, when, I think going into last week, 9 teams in the top 100 RPI, and the only other league with more was the Big East. I just don't think we get the credit we deserve, and I think, sometimes people might want to take shots at the SEC for whatever reason. When you're talking about a league of this caliber with only 3, possibly 4 teams in, that's ridiculous.
Hands up. Other questions for Coach? Right on the end. Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, can you talk about a local kid, Rob Murphy, and what he's brought to your team the last 2 years? What does he bring in, day out?
Well, the thing about Rob Murphy, he brings his hard hat to practice every day. He's a very intelligent young man. He competes, he plays hard. He brings a level of energy to practice every day, and he gets those guys better. And I've been big on the fact when you have guys that are walk-ons on your team, they're just, even though he's not on scholarship, he's just as much a part of the team as anybody else. And his value to the team is invaluable, really, because of the things that he do on the floor, off the floor, how he carry himself. And he brings his hard hat. He makes guys better. And he's improved himself as a basketball player.
Hands up. Other questions? All right, in the back.
Coach, nice to play in Nashville, in Tennessee. You expect to see a lot of orange here?
We do. We expect to see a lot of orange. It's a great area, great town. It's also a good town to be a part of, some basketball. A lot of energy here. We expect to see a lot of orange.
All right, on the left side, go ahead.
Coach, if you were to say one thing is your key to victory in the tournament going forward, what do you think that would be and why?
Well, I think there's more than one thing. In a venue like this, not a lot of reps that play on the floor in the rims, because most players and shooters, when they're missing shots early, they feel like they're not used to the rim. You start, figuring out reasons why shots aren't going for you. But I've said it all season long. You have to be able to defend at a high level because when shots aren't falling, you still got to be able to get stops. Then offensively, you got to take care of the ball and put yourself in a position to make plays. You can't settle for three-point shots unless they're good shots. So it's more than one thing. But really, offensively, taking care of the ball, and defense, you got to be able to get stops.